Hi everyone, I'm Tiffany Benson, one part of Team Benson, and today is our giveaway day because we have reached over 250 subscribers. In fact, I think we're really close, maybe like one or two away from actually hitting 300 subscribers. So that's super exciting for me, and I'm also going to show you guys a couple things about how to kind of make the most out of your small space garden by planting things right now in the little holes as you're taking things out. So stay tuned, guys. So guys, before we get started with picking a winner, I want to show you guys just a couple little tips that I use in order to always have something growing in my garden and always kind of looking for the next thing. In a small space garden, a lot of times you don't have the room to just have things go to seed and wait for that. If you were to do that, you would miss the ideal time to plant your seeds for the next growing season. So right now I'm finishing up all of my winter stuff, and as things are coming up, I'm starting to plan and plant seeds for my spring garden. So while doing that, I'm just kind of putting seeds in little spaces that are now open. So I'm gonna walk around and show you guys just kind of where I'm putting things at. So one of the big things I have going are my beans. Along here, you guys can see them starting to pop up. I have these scarlet runner beans. Now these ones are going to run all the way up my trellis and hopefully be beautiful. These runner beans go really well in Arizona, and they can kind of handle a lot more of the heat. So outside of my Kentucky Wonders, which do well, but they don't like it when it gets too hot. So I'm going to have the runner beans, since they grow and they kind of have huge giant leaves, I'm going to kind of have them shade out this area, which is where I'm planting my squash. So right now on Sunday, I will be planting a squash here, just a seed, and also a squash here. And then back here, I'm gonna plant my Kentucky Wonder pole beans to go up this trellis right here. So just a side note, look at this, guys. I actually got another cauliflower coming in. I'm so excited about that little guy. So it's already starting to get warm in Arizona. It is our fake spring. So it's going to be in the 80s this week, and then it's going to cool back down. But if you can get things into the ground during fake spring and get them germinated, then you'll be able to have them longer throughout the summer. So beans are something that I am planting every possible place I can find. Beans and radishes, beans and radishes. The radishes will last all the way up until about May, but the beans can go all the way up until probably about end of June, early July, sometimes even August, if you put some shade cloth up and if you get them in the ground early enough. The bush beans will give you all of kind of what they have. Sometimes I get about 2 waves out of the bush beans, and then I have to plant seeds over again. But if I plant them early enough, then I'll be able to get a second kind of early summer planting with them. But the pole beans will give you beans all summer, all spring. You just got to make sure you plant them early. So down here where I pulled up the last cauliflower, I planted in my dragon tongue bush beans. Now these are bush beans, so they're not going to get super huge. They'll probably get up to about like right there, and they kind of stay in their space. But as you can see, I have the kale on one side of it and I have the turnips on the other side. Now it seems a little bit cramped, but they're going to have more space as soon as these turnips are done, because I'm growing these turnips for the actual turnip bottoms. So that means once the turnip bottom forms, I'm going to pull these two, and then they'll have all this space to kind of grow out. So the last bed I kind of have some space in to grow, and it doesn't look like it, but it is my cabbage and cauliflower and cilantro bed. Now if you take a peek at this, you can see that there are spaces in between the cauliflower, or not the cauliflower, but the cabbage and the broccoli. Now I left those spaces because I knew that one, I was going to be trimming these leaves as it got warmer and as the leaves got older, and as I was trying to get them to focus on heading up and also just making some flowers. So now you can really see the spaces that are in between. So in between each one of these spaces was where we will have 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and then 5 over here. I will be planting okra. So on tomorrow I will be dropping seeds in these spaces over here, and that will give time for these to finish growing out, but then also my okra will have time to germinate. So by the time these are done, I'm just going to cut them at their bottoms and not really dig up the roots, but just kind of add a little bit more soil to it, and then that'll give time for the okra not to be disturbed, but also give me time to grow the okra and have more okra in time. So, oh my god, it's getting a little warm out here, guys. It's already 85. Fake spring is hot. It's warm. It's not hot yet. I won't complain because soon it'll be like 120, but it's warm. So I hope that kind of gives you an idea of how you can take a couple things that you will be planning for the next season and go ahead and get them in the ground. Because here in Arizona, for all of you guys that live in Arizona, we're pretty warm now. So things can germinate outside in the ground pretty easily. I am going to do some starts inside, but for the most part, during this part of the year, unlike during the fall where I do everything inside, but during this part of the year, I'm going to plant seeds just in the ground and let them grow. So make sure that you are kind of finding those little holes in your garden and planting something new. Now let's go pick a winner. Alright guys, so now it's time for the giveaway. I have everybody's name in a little cup here. And then also remember, we are giving away 5 of the planner Dollar Tree boxes, or planners. They're the stackable ones. And then also we have some Oregon sugar pod peas and some Jersey cabbage and some nasturtiums, and then also the early prolific straight neck squash. Now these seeds all come from the Great American Seed Up, and that is a huge expo that we have here in Arizona. This video is not sponsored by them, but I went a little crazy, so I decided to give away some of the seeds that I got on my video as we hit more subscribers. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a name here. I'm not gonna look, so I'm not cheating. And the winner is the Mindful Hippy. So thank you so much, the Mindful Hippy. Congratulations, you are our winner. Please comment down below. In the description there's going to be my email. You can email me your address and I can ship everything out to you, or you can just comment it down below. You probably don't want to comment down below, but email me your address and then I can ship you everything. And congratulations on winning. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that commented. My video was the most commented video that I've had so far. So I really appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching our channel. So for those of you guys that don't know, me and Mr. Benson are actually planning on getting land way out in the desert in Arizona. And so part of this journey that I've been going on is learning how to be more sustainable and learning how to garden, because I knew nothing about gardening about 1.5 years ago. Actually, my first couple of things that I've planted 1.5 years ago instantly got eaten by caterpillars and were destroyed and just didn't grow, and it was bad. So I spent 1.5 years really kind of researching and trying to figure it all out. So this channel has gone from just being able to show our family what we're doing to actually something that I think is helping a lot of other people and also helping me grow. So I'm excited to be able to share this with you guys. But we are planning to buy land out in the middle of nowhere to be able to not only raise our children, our future children, because we don't have any quite yet, but also be able to have our businesses out there. One of our businesses being Team Benson Wines. So a lot of people that follow me on Instagram, which I will put right there, they always ask me, well, what about Team Benson wines? What is Team Benson wines? And we actually make wine. It's something that we are going to have as a family business, and we've been working on different recipes to be able to perfect them. This one is our Dragon's Eye, which is our most famous wine. We sell out of it the instant that we produce it. So this one is actually one of our very first ones that we really worked on, and we really love, and most people love it too as well. But we want to be able to grow our own grapes, which grapes actually grow here in Arizona in the desert, and be able to use those as our blends. So it's really important for us to have just different revenues for us to be able to buy our land, and we're hoping that YouTube becomes one of those. So every time you guys watch a video, every time you guys hit the like button, every time you guys subscribe or share one of our videos, it means so much to us, because it kind of makes us feel like you guys are a part of our dream too as well. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for spending this time with me, and always remember, grow yourself a garden, because even a small space garden can provide you with tons of food. Bye guys.